Okay, I'm just going to close my eyes and get lost in a moment. This is called Mother. I lost my mum 21 years ago to cancer. And I needed to capture the emotion of what that was like for her and me. Because she lost me a long time before I lost her, if that makes sense. So I needed to put pen to paper. So this is called Mother. And this is everything that I would say to you about her and everything I would say to her if she was still here. Because she was a woman who wandered in wisdom without wasting a single wish on anything negative. Talked of a life based on truth, living testimony, the sum totality of everything this world should ever be. Princess of peace, passionately pedantic with spiritual principles, mixed the manolin in my skin. Fascinating fallopian tube which bore fruit to produce a rebellious youth like me. And how I took that miracle of life for granted. Because women are so unique. That sacrificial, painful process, enforced responsibility, the burden of walking around for 9 months with a bump in the belly when daddy had so much fun sowing that seed. The umbilical uprising which unifies and defines the equity of everything she hoped I would be. The illustrious energy, the indelible intensity that inspires integrity, incessantly, immeasurably held emotionally, obsessively blessed with another free amidst which she distributed love perfectly. Afro-Jamaican cocoa butter queen visionary with a dream female heroine, Negro Shiro. The cultural captivation of feminine admiration, the excellence of sexual visual elegance, epitome of etiquette, absolute of blackness, deeper than a river that could flow through the abyss, more beautiful than a butterfly that flirts with the sky and installed the suspense on a sweet summer's night. The heavens used to sing for Mama. If the clouds could converse, they convey and confirm that my mum was the original Cleopatra. She put the growl into Grace Jones, the most bombastic butt of the blaxploitation era, the effortless, flirtatious endeavour, sexily dancing with desiderata, moving amongst the haze placidly. Reminiscent of a fairy tale story. Persona so neat. Her voice was so sweet. Bedtime stories were soothing, healing, easing, appeasingly pleasing, appealing. Like the sound of piano keys getting played by a ghetto personified Elton John at 6 o'clock in the morning when you're just not sleeping. Are you feeling my reasoning? The nostalgic nature of nurturing, nappies getting changed in exchange for playing games, my smelly ass. I wasn't washed, I was baptised in the bath, spiritually cleansed, and mummy used to laugh every time I used to fart. Breast milk contact for this spoilt brat so particular and picky. Mum, I'll attribute blame to you. It's your damn fault that I enjoy sucking teas. I guess the devil's trying to get us. So execution of that lust was a childbearing must, and we were spiritually spoon-fed Sunday school in small doses, Mama said, for the forces that oppose us. On the whole, I was raised in a household where love could be defined as organic, orgasmic, overflowing, compassionate control. No crescendos. Domestic disputes were dissolved on the down low so as not to raise babies that were crazy. The only time I ever really remember Mum getting angry is when she was struggling in the kitchen, juggling, multitasking, jerking up chicken, samurai chopping vegetables and kung fu kicking the butts of little kids that wasn't doing the washing up, rise to discipline. Mama's kitchen was a saving grace, sacred space, thoroughly inspected, ninja protected. In my abode, there wasn't any bellies rumbling. Was seriously seduced with stupendous stews and dapper dumplings, proper plantings, yummy yams and bummy bammies, set adrift up on a memory bliss of bubblicious banana fritters, the intensive incentive for home represented on time. Spare the rod and bless that child. The supple self-sacrifice. The only woman that ever waltzed out of my life, giving everything unconditional, requesting nothing in return, yet still seems satisfied. In hindsight, I wish I had the foresight to forecast the futility of fate that would feeble her frame and fade her away. Not in vain, never faithless, strong in spirit, stricken in flesh, attested with a diagnosis of cancer in the breast. I couldn't appreciate the implications of the affliction, the severity of her condition. In that ritual of dependency, I just became accustomed to the assumption that Mum would live forever just like all kids do. She loved God so much she was bound to pull through. On the 26th of December 1992, this vicious vexation came and reversed the virtue of my vicissitude, singing verses of disillusionment, cursing, rehearsing visions of hearses, howling at the moon, screaming, asking God to help me see beneath the smothering darkness and over the opaque reality that actually angels don't always overcome adversity. So, Daddy, don't you kill my fantasy. Don't tell me Mummy weren't an angel. At least have the decency to convince me that there must have been an angel within. Otherwise, you steal my hope and you steal my dream and I'll punch you in the chin. What you see, this is sentimental sarcasm because you can't unfathom or unravel the deepness of which my soul bleeds. At funerals, flirtatious lip service fuels the feud of foolish phrases like, son, don't cry and everything will be all right. But how the hell am I supposed to not cry as a kid who had his mum kidnapped and being deprived of the angelic plight? I cry. I'm way too stuck in that solace of selfishness to live and let die. I'm substituting with substances to get high. I'm riding the emotional roller coaster. I'm gallivanting with and garnishing that guilt trip. I'm swimming in shame for everything I am, was, and never could be, the unfound, the unknown, the unseen. Mum, can you forgive me for all those nights when I stole your emotional security, That torment of uncertainty, the audacity to remedy, the torturous tossing and turning, tumbling, systematically playing drums of tantrums in your head. Must have been the metaphorical equivalent of the anguishful anticipation of hovering over a Semtex bomb strapped beneath your bed. Addiction, robbery, burglary, truancy, disappearing acts, hence. Being terrified of telephone correspondence in which death would have blessed the suspense with no recompense but a sense. That in your infinite wisdom of wealth, I know that you know that I needed help. Just a little boy with an overinflated ego struggling to develop a deeper sense of self that went to hell to get some help. I'd never choose to excuse this abuse. I'm under no false pretense, but mummy would defend my right to an amend and attempt to be all things to all men. Because all's well that ends well in a quest that's never ending. And mum, I've made my mistakes, but I've changed now. I'm clean, I'm God-seeking, and at least I've stopped offending. But guess what, mum? Perfection's still pending. And I don't know if you can hear me, see me, or feel me, but I'm still struggling, still searching. For want of a better word of wisdom that would never wither, but forever deliver justification to your legacy. Because mother, 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 wherever you are, the star in my trek, the guiding force, the Jedi Knight. 1 billion light years of my delight. 1,000,001 suns could never undo what this sun means to you. A myriad of moons could never move or minimize your mystery to me. Because you are, and always will be, the very existence for persistence to pursue bliss. And mother, 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 there ain't enough dialogue in the dictionary. There ain't enough lyrics in the language. There ain't any prose or any poem that could ever bring my love for you to a finish. Thank you.